Prepare for a fascinating journey through time, where archaeological discoveries have challenged our understanding of history. From ancient mechanisms that seem straight out of a futuristic dream to dazzling tombs of forgotten rulers, each find tells a story that has remained hidden for millennia. And not only that, we will explore enormous constructions that defy modern logic, leaving experts in awe. What secrets do these wonders of the past reveal? Stay with us until the end and discover how these findings have transformed our view of the world. If you are passionate about this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It's free and will take you on more adventures like this. Number 1. The Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone is one of the greatest archaeological discoveries that reveal to the world the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. The Rosetta Stone was discovered by Officer Pierre-François Bouchard in July 1799 during Napoleon's campaign in Egypt. The stone immediately attracted attention due to its uniqueness, a trilingual block containing a decree dated 196 BC, during the reign of Ptolemy V Epiphanes. The inscription was made in 3 languages: Egyptian hieroglyphs at the top, Demotic script in the middle, and ancient Greek at the bottom. The uniqueness of the stone was that the Greek text was the key to deciphering the other 2. French scientist Jean-François Champollion completed the decipherment process in 1822, marking a revolutionary advance in Egyptology. Number 2. The Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls are ancient Hebrew texts discovered between 1946 and 1956 in the Qumran caves, near the Dead Sea. These manuscripts revolutionized the understanding of the religious and cultural life of the Second Temple era. The texts found range from the 2nd century BC to the 1st century AD, and include some of the earliest known versions of biblical books, as well as non-biblical texts, legal and deuterocanonical documents. Particularly valuable are biblical manuscripts, which allow the development of the text of Scripture to be traced and provide unique comparative materials for analyzing changes in religious texts of the time. These scrolls include fragments of almost all the books of the Old Testament, except the Book of Esther, as well as previously unknown or lost texts. The manuscripts were probably created or preserved by the Essenes community who lived in the Qumran region. Number 3. Pompeii. Pompeii is one of the best-known ancient cities, tragically destroyed by the eruption of the volcano Vesuvius in 79 AD. Located near modern Naples, along with the neighboring cities of Herculaneum and Stabia, it was buried under thick layers of volcanic ash and pumice stone between 4 and 6 meters high. This catastrophic event completely destroyed the city, but thanks to the ash, many buildings and artifacts of Pompeii were preserved practically in the state they were in at the time of destruction. Today, Pompeii offers a unique opportunity to see the life of an ancient Roman city. Streets, houses, temples, amphitheaters, and shops have been preserved with surprising precision. Plaster casts of the bodies of inhabitants and animals have also been made by archaeologists after organic materials, such as the bodies, decomposed and left holes in the layers of ash. By filling these gaps with plaster, archaeologists recreated the postures of people in their last moments of life. One of the best-known monuments is the Garden of the Fugitives, where you can see 13 of these casts that capture the moments of the escape. Number 4. The Altamira Cave. The Altamira Cave in the province of Cantabria, Spain, is home to one of the most famous sets of prehistoric rock art in the world. These polychrome paintings, dating between 15,000 and 36,000 years old, belong to the Magdalenian culture of the Upper Paleolithic. On the walls of the cave, realistic scenes with animals such as bison, horses, and deer are depicted, made with charcoal and natural pigments. In addition to animals, you can also see prints of human hands, which gives this place not only artistic value, but also deep symbolic meaning. The cave was discovered accidentally in 1868 by a local inhabitant, Modesto Cubillas. It gained notoriety thanks to the research of Marcelino Sanz de Sotuola at the end of the 19th century. Their works helped convince the world that these works of art were created by prehistoric man, since scientists long considered these drawings as modern. Number 5. Tutankhamun's tomb. This discovery became one of the most famous archaeological finds of the 20th century. It is the last resting place of the young pharaoh who ruled Egypt from 1332 to 1323 BC, during the 18th dynasty. Unlike other royal tombs, its size and decoration are quite modest, probably due to Tutankhamun's unexpected death at a young age. It is possible that this tomb was not originally intended for a pharaoh, but was adapted for him due to lack of time. Despite its modest size, the tomb surprised researchers with the quantity and magnificence of the funerary objects. Among the finds were gold jewelry, household objects, thrones, furniture, clothing, and of course, the famous golden funeral mask of Tutankhamun, which has become a symbol of ancient Egyptian culture. More than 5,000 artifacts were found, each of which helped reveal important details about the life and death of the pharaohs. The tomb was discovered in 1922 by British archaeologist Howard Carter and his team. Its discovery caused a real furor throughout the world, not only because of the enormous amount of riches, but also because of the exceptional conservation of the artifacts, which shed light on the time of Tutankhamun's reign. The main difference between Tutankhamun's tomb and all the others is its state of preservation and the richness of the objects found inside. Number 6. Knossos. The largest archaeological monuments of the Bronze Age are located on the Greek island of Crete. This ancient city was a key center of the Minoan civilization, which flourished between approximately 2000 and 1400 BC, and is the setting for many ancient Greek myths. The most famous of them is the myth of Theseus and the Minotaur, according to which in the basement of the palace of Knossos was the labyrinth where the monstrous Minotaur lived, defeated by the hero Theseus. Knossos, located near the modern city of Heraklion, is often mentioned as the oldest city in Europe. Its central element is the palace, built in a complex architectural style that included numerous rooms, ceremonial halls, warehouses, and even water supply systems. Although the palace is named after King Minos, archaeologists believe that it was not exclusively a royal residence, but played an important role as an administrative, economic, and religious center. The Palace of Knossos impresses with its scale and complex layout, which has led to its association with the labyrinth of myths. The impressive frescoes depicting scenes of Minoan life, as well as the unique artifacts found in the excavations, provide valuable insight into the life and culture of this enigmatic civilization. Number 7. The Antikythera mechanism. One cannot fail to mention the most unique archaeological discovery, which many consider the first known analog computer, the Antikythera mechanism. This complex device was created to predict astronomical events, such as the position of planets and solar eclipses, and could follow cycles, including the 4-year period of the Olympic Games. It also allowed precise calculation of lunar phases and solar years. Its functionality and complexity are astonishing, considering that it was created more than 2,000 years ago, between 150 and 100 BC. The Antikythera mechanism was discovered in 1901 among the remains of an ancient shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera. Its discovery was a real sensation, as the mechanism consists of numerous bronze wheels and gears, making it incredibly complex for its time. The largest gear of the device has a diameter of about 13 centimeters, and the overall construction indicates a high level of skill of the ancient engineers. Number 8. Olduvai Gorge. The Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania is one of the most important paleoanthropological sites in the world, playing a key role in understanding the evolution of early humans. This site is home to a wealth of evidence of ancient hominid activity, dating back more than 2 million years. The numerous settlements and stone tools discovered here have given scientists a unique opportunity to investigate the development of early human cultures and their social structures. One of the most valuable finds in the Olduvai Gorge are stone tools, which make it possible to trace the technological progress of ancient hominids. These tools, used for hunting and processing animals, as well as for treating plants, are testimony to the beginning of social and economic life. Number 9. The Temple of Hagar Kim. Hagar Kim, located in Malta, is one of the oldest and most impressive megalithic structures, dating back to the Gontia phase, 3600–3200 BC. Located on a hill overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, this temple complex is one of the greatest archaeological testimonies of ancient civilizations that existed long before the construction of the pyramids in Egypt and Stonehenge in England. Hagar Kim and other megalithic temples in Malta have been recognized as unique masterpieces of architecture. The temple is built from huge stone blocks, some of which weigh up to 20 tons. The complex has a crescent-shaped facade, characteristic of Maltese temples of that era. Architectural features include interior rooms, niches, and altars, indicating the ritual and religious function of this structure. Statuettes that symbolize fertility have been found inside the temples. An interesting detail of Hagar Kim is its orientation. The temple is designed in such a way that on the day of the summer solstice, the first rays of the sun penetrate through the central entrance and illuminate the interior of the complex. This fact indicates the astronomical knowledge of the ancient builders and their deep connection with natural cycles. Number 10. The Terracotta Army. The most notable archaeological discovery in China was not the Great Wall of China, but the enormous collection of terracotta sculptures depicting the army of Qin Shi Huangdi, China's first emperor. These sculptures were created as part of the emperor's funerary complex, built for the purpose of protecting him in the afterlife and continuing his rule after death. The Terracotta Army, made up of thousands of individual figures of warriors, horses, and chariots, dates from 210–209 BC. This army was discovered in 1974 when peasants in the Lintong district, near the city of Xi'an, Shanxi province, found fragments of a statue while digging a well. Archaeological excavations, begun shortly after, revealed 3 enormous underground pits that, according to 2007 estimates, contain more than 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses, and 150 cavalry horses. Each soldier has unique facial features and armor, demonstrating the high level of skill of the ancient sculptors. The Terracotta Army is part of the Grand Tomb of Qin Shi Huangdi, who sought immortality and eternal power. Number 11. The Tomb of Philip II of Macedonia. The tomb of Philip II of Macedonia, discovered at Vergina in northern Greece in the late 1970s, became one of the most significant archaeological finds in the history of ancient Macedonia. These tombs, located near the necropolis of the ancient Macedonian capital Aigai, are considered the final resting place of Philip II, King of Macedonia and father of the great conqueror Alexander the Great. The tomb is distinguished by its splendor and the richness of the artifacts buried in it. Archaeologists found weapons, armor, and gold and silver objects, including a unique ossuary. The ossuary, decorated with a gold crown of oak leaves and acorns, contained bones believed to belong to Philip II himself. This find not only confirmed ancient descriptions of the greatness of the Macedonian kings, but also provided new insights into the cultural and funerary rituals of the elite of that time. The armor and weapons found alongside the remains indicate the importance of the art of war in the life of Philip II, who not only strengthened Macedonia but also prepared the ground for his son's future conquests. Number 12. The Staffordshire Treasury. The Staffordshire Hoard is the largest find of Anglo-Saxon gold and silver objects discovered to date. This incredible collection includes around 4,600 objects and fragments, with a total weight of more than 5 kilograms of gold and 1.5 kilograms of silver, as well as more than 3,500 garnet inlaid ornaments. The objects found include details of military equipment, jewelry, and religious artifacts, testifying to the high skill of Anglo-Saxon craftsmen and the wealth of those to whom these objects belonged. The treasure was discovered in 2009 with the help of a metal detector in a field near the village of Hammerwich, near the town of Lichfield, in the county of Staffordshire. It dates from between 650 and 675 AD, although some objects may be older and date back to the 7th century. The Staffordshire hoard includes numerous military objects, such as gold fragments of swords and helmets, indicating the importance of military culture at that time. The religious artifacts found are especially valuable, as they evidence the spread of Christianity in Anglo-Saxon Britain. Number 13. The Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery is a truly enigmatic archaeological artifact discovered in 1936 in the Kujut Rabu area near the ancient city of Ctesiphon in Iraq. It consists of 3 components: a ceramic container, a copper tube, and an iron rod. The discovery dates back to the period of the Parthian or Sasanian dynasty, approximately between 150 BC and 650 AD, and its purpose remains a mystery. The most intriguing theory was proposed by Wilhelm König, director of the National Museum of Iraq, in the 1930s. He suggested that these artifacts could have functioned as an ancient galvanic cell, a prototype battery. According to this theory, an acid or base, such as wine vinegar, could have been poured into the container, which would have generated an electrical current between the copper and iron. König proposed that such a device could have been used for galvanic plating of metals or even for electrotherapy. However, this theory remains controversial, as there is no direct evidence of the use of the Baghdad Battery for such purposes. Number 14. The Roman dodecahedra. Roman dodecahedra are enigmatic artifacts that consist of small hollow objects made of cast copper alloy, shaped like a regular dodecahedron, that is, with 12 flat pentagonal faces. Each face has a circular hole of different diameters leading to the interior cavity, and at each vertex of the dodecahedron there are protuberances. These artifacts date back to the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD, but their exact purpose remains a mystery. Roman dodecahedra have been found in various parts of Europe, mainly in territories that were part of the Roman Empire, including Gaul and Germany. These objects show virtually no signs of wear and contain no inscriptions, numbers, or symbols, making them even more mysterious. Among theories about their purpose, it is suggested that they could have been used to measure something, such as the diameter of coins, as some were found in coin hoards. However, this remains just a hypothesis. Number 15. Pilate's Stone. The Pilate Stone is an important ancient artifact that confirms the existence of Pontius Pilate, the Roman prefect of Judea, known for his role in condemning Jesus to crucifixion. This limestone block fragment was found in 1961 in the ancient Roman theatre of Caesarea and dates back to the 1st century AD. The inscription on the stone is partially preserved but contains key information, mentioning Pontius Pilate and his title of Prefect of Judea. This find was significant because before its discovery, there was no archaeological evidence directly related to this historical figure. The Pilate Stone is considered the only contemporary inscription found that relates to the period of Pilate's rule. Number 16. The Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. The stone spheres of Costa Rica are the only archaeological artifacts discovered in the Diqui River Delta and on Caño Island. This collection includes more than 300 stone spheres, with sizes ranging from a few centimeters to more than 2 meters in diameter, and their weight can reach 15 tons. These spheres were created by the pre-Columbian Diquis culture, which existed between 700 and 1530 AD, although their exact dating and manufacturing methods remain the subject of debate among researchers. The Costa Rica stone spheres are some of the best-known works of stone art from the Isthmus region of Colombia, although their purpose remains uncertain. There are several hypotheses. Some scientists believe that the spheres were lined up along roads or at the entrances to the chiefs' homes, serving as symbols of status and power. Others suggest that they could have a cosmic or ritual meaning, possibly related to the spiritual or cosmological beliefs of the Dikis culture. The technology of creating these spheres remains a mystery. It is known that they were artificially polished to give them a spherical shape, but the exact instruments and methods are still unknown. Number 17. The statues of Rapa Nui. The statues of Rapa Nui on Easter Island, located in the southeastern Pacific Ocean at the eastern end of Polynesia, were created by the ancient Rapa Nui people. The Moai figures were carved from volcanic tuff in the Rano Raraku quarry, and many of them still remain there. However, a significant part of the statues were moved and placed on special stone platforms called ahu along the coast of the island. The Moai are notable for their disproportionately large heads, which make up about 1/3 of the statue's total height. These monuments, which lack legs, have heights that vary between 2 and 10 meters, although the largest statue, which remains unfinished in the quarry, reaches 21 meters. Moai were considered incarnations of ancestral spirits and played an important role in the ritual life of the Rapa Nui people. It is still unclear how the island's ancient inhabitants moved these gigantic sculptures across the rugged terrain. Number 18. The Map of Piri Reis. The Piri Reis map, created in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, is one of the best-known cartographic artifacts of the era of the great geographical discoveries. Although only a fragment of this map survives, it is located in the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul and was discovered in 1929. The special interest in the map is that it contains a partial copy of a lost map of Christopher Columbus, making it an important historical document. Parts of the Atlantic Ocean are represented on the Piri Reis map, including the coasts of Europe, Africa, and South America. It is surprising how accurately South America is shown for the early 16th century, as well as the details of the Caribbean and the islands of Hispaniola and Cuba. One of the interesting features of the map is that Cuba appears as part of the Asian continent, which is probably due to early errors in understanding the geography of the New World. Another enigmatic feature is the southern part of the map, which is interpreted as an early version of Terra Australis, a hypothetical continent believed to exist at the time. This adds further intrigue and debates about the possible sources of information used by Piri Reis when creating the map. Number 19. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript is one of the most enigmatic manuscripts in history, an illustrated codex written in an unknown language or cipher that has not been deciphered until now. According to carbon analysis of the parchment, its creation dates back to between 1404 and 1438. Despite research, its origin, authorship, and purpose remain unresolved, generating numerous theories and conjectures. The manuscript is named after the Polish antiquarian Wilfrid Voynich, who acquired it in 1912. It consists of more than 240 pages with enigmatic texts and illustrations depicting strange plants, astronomical diagrams, unusual people, and unknown chemical processes. The language of the manuscript has no analogues, and the typography and structure of the text have given rise to many hypotheses. Some scientists believe it could be a coded message created with complex cryptography, while others think the manuscript describes a natural or artificial language. There is a theory that the manuscript could be a mystification created to confuse scholars and seekers of ancient knowledge. Number 20. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is a unique Neolithic complex in Turkey, inhabited approximately between 9,500 and 8,000 BC, and belongs to the pre-pottery Neolithic period, making it one of the oldest known megalithic structures. The main feature of Göbekli Tepe is its huge stone pillars arranged in circular structures, created long before the appearance of cities and agriculture. These stone pillars, up to 6 meters high, are decorated with intricate carvings that attest to the advanced culture of their creators. Among the carvings, you can see anthropomorphic figures, representations of wild animals such as lions, snakes, and wild boars, as well as scenes that could have ritual or symbolic meaning. What is especially striking is that the Göbekli Tepe structures were created by people who had not yet developed ceramic production or agriculture, challenging traditional ideas about the development of civilizations. Göbekli Tepe was probably used as a ritual center where people gathered to perform religious ceremonies. Number 21. Sacsayhuaman. Sacsayhuaman is a majestic fortress located 3,701 meters high on the northern edge of Cusco, the ancient capital of the Inca Empire in Peru. Built in the 15th century during the reign of the great Sapa Inca Pachacutec, Sacsayhuaman is considered one of the most outstanding achievements of Inca engineering and architecture. The complex was strategically located to protect Cusco and its inhabitants, as well as to serve as an important ceremonial center. The most impressive feature of Sacsayhuaman is its enormous walls built from gigantic blocks of gray limestone. These blocks, some of which weigh more than 100 tons, were precisely sculpted without the use of mortar. Despite the enormous size and weight of the stones, the joints between them are so tight that not even a knife blade can fit between the blocks. This demonstrates the incredible skills and knowledge of the Incas in construction, which continue to amaze and baffle scientists and engineers. Number 22. The Ship of the Sea of Galilee. Also known as the Jesus Boat, it is an ancient fishing boat dating back to the 1st century AD. This unique artifact was discovered in 1986 on the northwest shore of the Sea of Galilee in Israel, when a drought caused the water level to drop significantly. The boat has a length of 8.2 meters, a width of 2.3 meters, and a preserved height of 1.3 meters, making it a typical boat used for fishing and possibly for transporting people and goods on the Sea of Galilee in ancient times. Despite its nickname, there is no direct evidence that this ship was related to Jesus or his disciples. However, the find has great historical and cultural significance, since it dates back to the period when, according to the Gospels, Jesus and his disciples preached around the Sea of Galilee. The boat could have belonged to local fishermen, and similar boats were used in daily life at the time. The boat was built with different types of wood, indicating that it was repaired several times to keep it seaworthy. We come to the end of this video. Tell us your opinion in the comments box. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss future videos like this one. See you next time!